Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
We're across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight we polish off Week 10 with a good Monday night matchup between the Washington football team and the New York Giants. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. Leading the charge under center will be their 6'5" quarterback, Carson Wentz.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to. People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On first down, Wentz. Got a man, it's Brown. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Wentz. Hitting Samuel on the slant. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 38-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And the Giants are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So now here are the Giants backed up to start their first drive. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback, standing at 6'5".
I still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how high he was selected by the New York Giants, but his talents were revealed. He can make every throw in the book. Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football, doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
On 1st down, right back to Gibson.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down.
Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And his kick is good. And it's 3-0 Washington. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit a partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive.
And the last drive, their 1st drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now,
as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. And the Washington offense heading out. A 1-7, their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now, this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough 2nd half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
Now a play fake. Wentz taking a shot for Samuel.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off near the 42. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
And as a defender, if you come with 2 interceptions in a game, that's pretty rare in the NFL. You might see one guy a weekend do that. But to have 2 in the first quarter, that's something you don't see all that often. I have a feeling they'll think twice about throwing in his direction too often.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and
10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Now they try the right side here. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the visitors getting the win there. So they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. Jones buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
William Jackson with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
7 yards, the pick up there. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big play that time on the catch and run. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Wentz. Open man is Samuel, complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. O'Shane Ximines showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the 1st.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company.
And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Second and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter play. 6-0 our score after 1. Here's Jones to throw on third down. Dancing to his left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
47 for Mike, boy, 47. Check, 47. 3 birds.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
But that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Back to throw. Cody flushed out right. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a first down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you dispute it a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? But that's why they tell you all the time, don't just get what you need, get a little bit more, and take the decision out of the hands of the officials.
Oh, there he needed a yard. He got a yard and maybe an inch. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Looking to throw. Jones escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays here, passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
53 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants have tied it here, and they can take the lead if they hit the PAT. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Now following the touchdown, Hofrichter to kick off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Antonio Gibson and the Washington offense ready to go here once more.
He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Wentz.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And this is caught. It's Brown. Fighting through the tackle at the 30. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now Wentz again to the right side and complete to Thomas. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and 11. To throw is Wentz. It's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now Wentz. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Wentz now to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A big win there defensively on 2nd and goal, a loss of 7, and it brings up 3rd. Wentz going to throw. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Flush to his right. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They'll try to run with Gibson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson,
his 6th touchdown of the season.
And Washington going to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes this a 9-point game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Jones throw caught by Tony.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Now Jones on first down, flushed out right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Operating from the gun, Jones forced out to his left. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception.
Picked off down near the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top.
As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where it was the Lions who were able to come away with the home victory. Amon-Ra St. Brown, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Justin Herbert leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home.
And just like that, on we head. To half number 2. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Giants about set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting more pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done. I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
On 1st and 10, Cody. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Wentz now on 1st down.
He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete.
And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Here's Wentz to throw.
A throw left side caught here by the tight end Bates.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play. Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Here's Jackson. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10.
New York ready to go again offensively.
The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Here's Tony on the quick slant. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 22-yard line.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
Back to throw. Cody.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony.
And they'll get this down to the 10.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Looking to throw. Cody escaping the pressure right.
Open man, he's got him. It's Tony for a giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney
with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants have got it back to a one-score game.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is down to 2.
Now following the touchdown, Hofrichter to kick off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Wentz now on first down. This will be caught by Brown. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw going into the hands of Williams.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A handoff for Gibson.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Wentz. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. To throw, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Throwing is Wentz. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 33.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Here's a give to Gibson.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Wentz's throw complete there to Thomas.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Now Wentz. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Dexter Lawrence in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Now, you've been around me a long time now. You know on 2nd and inches, I love it when teams are aggressive and take a shot, but we just saw the downside to being that aggressive, didn't we?
Now you've given up on a pretty likely first down if they would run the football, and they need to come up with something here on 3rd. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, so much for holding them to a field goal. The pressure that got home on the previous play didn't hear, and that bought their quarterback some time to find a receiver, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Gibson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
They'll try to run it with Gibson. And he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. They'll go. It's Gibson. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play.
Yeah.
But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
On 1st down, Cody eluding the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. From the gun, Cody. And that'll be caught by Tony. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Throwing on 1st down. Cody rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Back to throw. Cody, they'll roll him out right. And his throw here's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked by Kendall Fuller. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Defense. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Going to give this time to the tailback. Fighting it off. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 83 yards rushing now on 23 carries so far.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And room there to work it inside the 25. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one. Behind the line. The Giants on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Cody, he'll buy some time right. And that will be incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Meanwhile, Wentz's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And this will be incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Wentz. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. He picks up 3 on that carry.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Cody.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw.
Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw here.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants will take over here at their own 14-yard line. CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. The problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's a tough one because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do, he had to put a little air under it, and the defender was actually able to take advantage of it because it hung up there just long enough for him to get there and take it away.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
And this will be a Giants 1st down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for because they'll need to continue to rely on them to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And to give this time to the tailback. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And to give this time to the tailback. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And that'll set them back 5. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Giants, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
the difficult